Hey everybody, welcome to another Monday Reviews. This is the newest review I've filmed since I switched to my new schedule of Mondays and Fridays. That is a temporary switch, probably through September. We will see. But for the time being, while I transition on the Navy and I move, I'm packing a lot of my stuff, and it's just not tenable to keep up the scheduling and to keep up the pace. For 3 a week, I think I can manage to. Appreciate all you guys' patience with us and all your support. Now let's get into the review. So this is a Tasmanian Tiger TAC Pouch 7. Okay, so I got some dimensions for you. They're in centimeters because this is a European pouch and I don't have the time or effort to change them into inches. I'm sure my editor will do that and she'll probably splash the actual converted measurements here because in America we're heathens and we don't go by metric and all that kind of stuff. We're imperial. So we don't use meters, centimeters, we use inches because America. Anyway, so this pouch measures 24 by 15 by 5.5 centimeters. That's its overall dimensions, as you can see here. It is made of 700 denier Cordura, not 5, not 1,000, but 7, which I thought was interesting too. It only weighs 230 grams. So again, I'll get the, I think it's imperial measurements? Whatever. I'll get the Americano measurements for this, and we'll splash them up on the screen somewhere over here. Pouch is pretty cool. So this pouch is intended for like first aid, comms devices, etc. Now I will tell you this. I actually use this as a hydration for a little while. To give you an idea of sizing, I think, do I have a hydration? No, I don't have one present. Hydrations are normally about that big, rough, like yay big, roughly, this zone. So this thing is about 4 or 5 inches shorter than a standard hydration. I believe you could get a Camelback anecdote in here. One of the really small little, like 1 liter, 1 quart hydrations can fit in here. I ran one of those in here for a little while. I'll have my editor find the real one. I'll splash it up on the screen. And it was cool because when you get inside this guy, you have this little port here that's meant for antennas, but it works good for little hydration tubes. I was running this on my FG&E kit. This is a pouch the FG&E guys had been seen actually utilizing for that function as a small little tiny space-saving hydration. A lot of times they were seen being run on JPCs. JPCs were small plate carriers, hence a smaller hydration. On the face here, you have a loop. That loop's big enough for like a name tape, a flag, blah, blah, blah. In this case, we were running this with the Spanish FG&E, so we'll just kind of show you there with a Spanish flag on it. Fits fine, it fits great. On the face of the pouch, you have a tiny little Tasmanian Tiger stitched in there. And on the face, you have 4 rows of PALs. This is the multicam woven jacquard Murdoch webbing. I love this stuff. If you've seen any of my videos or reviewed anything with this kind of webbing, you hear me rave about it. I think it's fantastic. It maintains the color way better, matches the material better. The standard solution dyed fades. This stuff doesn't really fade. Pretty great stuff. Anyway. Zippers are not YKK, but they're these tiny little guys here. But the zipper works really good. It is a 2-way, as you can see there. And you do have nice, generous cordage pulls on them. That's how they come. Backside, 3 channels of PALs is what it kind of utilizes on your kit. Little MOLLE pieces here. They're not too stiff. The stiffeners aren't crazy, so it's easy to manipulate and push through. You have 2 channels of PALs back here. It is 3 rows. Easy to push through and do what you got to do. They are standard snaps, nothing like, not tucks or anything like that, like you would get with Paracletes. It's your old school snap buttons, but they work pretty good. On the inside of this guy, you have dividing areas. Last owner put some shot cord in here. I left it. That was, I guess, to keep it from popping all the way open. You have multiple dividing areas. Man, you know what? I need to get that off. We're going to cut this off because we don't really need it, and it is just getting in my way for the review. There we go. So, inside here does open nice and wide. And we have a small Velcro mesh pocket here, Velcro closure. And we have 2 elastic 1-inch pieces here. And with 3 elastic 1-inch pieces here, sewn down straight in the middle. Nice big nasty bar tacks to do that. But under these guys, we have these smaller 1-inch loops sewn down again to make 2 smaller pass-throughs. That'd be good for managing kill lights, nasal pharyngeal airways. What else could you get in there pretty good? Oh, big fat Sharpie. Why would you want to do that? Well, if you put it through these top loops here, it will flop around. You put it through these smaller loops, especially if you hooked a little piece there. It's going to keep it pretty secure. Not going to allow side-to-side play. If you put it through this top one, you are going to get side-to-side play. So that's cool. So, we got a small little hook field here. I'm not sure what that's for. Maybe just putting something that's loop back right there. I like to use these little pin lights that I put loop on. Do I have one? Oh man, I think I took it off this kit. Oh well, I was going to kind of show you what I was talking about, but I don't think I have any laying around right now. I think they are all packed up. Oh, here we go. I got this small little strobe thing here. And then if I had it on there, I could set it in like that. So something like that. I usually have little lights that have got like little hooker loop right there. I could have taped that in. It's whatever. Not sure what they intended it for, but it's just chilling there. So I'm sure it has a purpose, but I could not be bothered to figure out what that is for. That sounds wrong. I don't mean could not be bothered. I just don't have a fucking clue. Anyway, you got these two tied down here, these D-rings here and here. That's what he had used for with his shock cord. If I was going to use that, especially if I was running this as a comms pouch, I would use that to tie off serialized gear or important gear that I don't want to lose, like, I don't know, like a GPS, something like that. I would tie it off to this so I wouldn't lose it. Dummy cording, dummy cord, everything. As far as running this as a hydration, all I did was just lay it in here and run the tube through and then zip the shut. And it was good to go. No muss, no fuss. As a med kit, it's pretty cool. I have not utilized it fully in that capacity, but as you can see, it is pretty big and it would hold a decent amount of stuff. Something I do like about this, though, is as a fairly medium to semi-large size GP, it doesn't really expand a crazy amount. So if you were going to run this on your plate carrier more forward, like the, I don't know, 2 o'clock position or 3 o'clock position, you're not going to really start bumping it heavily with your elbows. It's not going to really get in your way. So that is pretty cool within itself, and I think I like it for that fact. Other than that, though, pretty cool pouch. Have not talked about it. Had it for a while. I just kind of forgot all about it. Forgot to talk about it. And while I was packing up, I saw it. I was like, oh shit, I should totally review that pouch because it's fantastic. So if you're looking for a small to medium-sized GP pouch, not small, more medium to large size GP pouch, that's going to be fairly unobtrusive, not take up a lot of space, give this guy a look. You might really like it. Try to find some links in the description to US suppliers who have these. Most likely it's going to be European because that's where they're from. I think there might be some guys in Canada that carry this, some stores. I will check and I'll put links in the description below where you can find those if you're curious. Overall, like I said, great pouch. I really like it. I plan on reusing this on a kit of some type later because it is not on currently on my FG&E kit, but it could get moved back over there. I don't know. That's all I got, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you got something out of this video. As always, LARP smarter, not harder. Get out there, play some Airsoft, be a bunch of nerds, and try a new kit. You might be pleasantly surprised if you break out of that Eagle LBT mold. That's all I got. Take care. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.